Hello boys and girls, it's Miss Haley. I teach third grade math at McKinley Elementary. I just want to talk to you a little bit today about comparing fractions. Before we go into comparing fractions, I want to just do a recap of how to compare numbers. If you remember, when we compare numbers, we have greater than, less than, and equal to. And when we compare the numbers, we want the alligator to eat the bigger number. So 8 is greater than 2. When we compare fractions, we are looking at a fraction that looks like this. The top number is the numerator. The bottom number is the denominator. I always think of denominator down, so that number is always on the bottom. So there's a couple different ways that when we compare fractions, we have to look at a couple different things. So the first thing is when the fractions have the same denominator. And you will notice here both the denominators are 8. And I always tell my kiddos, when the denominator is the same, the alligator wants dinner. So we look at the numerators and we say, okay, which one is the bigger number because he wants dinner? 6 is the bigger number. So the alligator wants to eat the 6. So then we show that 3/8 is less than 6/8. Another thing we have to look at is the same numerator. So here, the fractions have the same numerator. So the 2's are the same, and if the numerators are the same, the alligator wants a nibble. So he wants to nibble on the smaller number. So if I look at the denominators, the number that is smaller down there is the 3. So he wants to eat the 3. So that shows me 2/3 is greater than 2/4. Okay. Another way that we have to look at fractions is when neither the numerator or the denominator are the same. So I like to do what I call the butterfly effect. So I will do this in a different color just so you can see. So what I do is I multiply the numbers that are going diagonal. So it kind of looks like a little butterfly. So I do 4 times 2, which is 8, and I put a little 8 at the top. And then I do 3 times 3, which is 9, and I put that at the top. So now I can figure out which fraction is greater because the alligator wants to eat the bigger number. He's going to eat the 9. So that shows me 2/3 is less than 3/4. So here's another example for you. I have 5/8 and I have 3/6. So I do my butterfly effect. And I have 8 times 3 is 24. And then I have 6 times 5 is 30. The alligator's going to eat the 30. So that tells me 5/8 is greater than 3/6. We also have one that may look like this. 2/2 over 4/4. However, with this one, we should know when the numerator on the top is the same as the bottom, that means the numbers are equal, or the fractions are equal. So 2/2 equals 4/4 because they both equal 1/2. So please feel free to make these cards to help you, because I have a little game that we're going to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put out the same denominator, just as a reminder to myself, the same numerator, and the butterfly effect. So you can use any cards. I have taught my kiddos with Uno cards. I took out the +2s, the reverses, the skips, things like that. You could use playing cards, phase 10 cards, anything you have around the house, or you can even create your own cards. So what happens is the first person pulls 2 cards and they create a fraction. So my fraction is 6/6. Then the second person pulls a card, they put the smaller number on top, and their fraction is 2/5. So obviously these fractions don't have the same numerator or denominator. But I do know 6/6 is 1/2, but I'll just double check. I can do my butterfly effect, by doing 6 times 2 is 12, 5 times 6 is 30. So my 6 has the bigger number, so I won these cards. And you just keep playing like that. So if I pull my next cards, I have 4 9ths, and then my opponent has 1/4. So then I can do the butterfly effect. 4 times 4 is 16. 9 times 1 is 9. My alligator is going to eat the 4 9ths. And you could take a piece of paper on the side to write the fractions and do the butterfly effect on the side if you would like. If for some reason you guys would get, let's see if I can find it, fractions that are the same, then you would just kind of push those aside and you would draw again, and then in that round, whoever wins gets all those cards. So it's kind of like playing war with your cards, but we're doing comparing fractions. So just a little idea that you can play when comparing fractions. I hope everybody's doing well, and I hope everybody's staying healthy and safe. I look forward to seeing everybody, and I miss you all. Have a great day. Bye.